no other movie star I know has been part of is an arranged marriage. I don't know any. I don't know.
I'm sure all these older actors have been, yeah.
I don't think so.
Tell me one. I don't know. I think Dharamji had an arranged marriage.
Then he had.
I think Sunny Paji had an arranged marriage.
Thereafter was not the. That first marriage.
But the marriage was arranged.
Yeah, the first one may have been. Like, in fact, I've been to one wedding of Neil Nitin Mukesh. Okay, and I don't know whether that was arranged or not. But it was arranged.
You look down upon arranged marriages.
No, I don't. I want your opinion on it. I have no opinion here. I'm asking questions. I just want to know your opinion. So it was really fun in a very interesting way. In that wedding, because
I went through a phase where I felt arranged marriages didn't make any sense. I can be honest to say that. I was like, "Aise kaise hota hai yaar? Two people have to fall in love. That's how it should be, right?"
I'll get to yours.
Yeah.
Little later.
Yeah, sure.
But I want to recount this particular wedding I went to, Neil Nitin Mukesh's, where there are all these guests who've come.
I never thought I'm going to come to the midday office and I'm going to have this esteemed journalist legend talking to me about going to Neil Nitin Mukesh's shadi, arranged marriage. But I'm very interested. I just have to give this I'm very interested.
So basically, there's a whole girl side family, right? I'm presuming, I think it's a bureaucrat's family and stuff, and then there is Neil Nitin Mukesh's family, which is hardcore Bollywood. You know, Mukesh, and there's a whole.
Of course.
They've been around for many decades now, and the girl side guests are all taking selfies. Which is really weird. I've never been to a wedding where they're all taking selfies because they're looking at Rekha and but they're guests in the wedding. When two families of this nature meet, does that happen in your case too? Because you married a family which has nothing to do with films.
Yeah, they don't have anything to do with films.
Yeah. So when you, like, for instance,
but half of my family members were also taking selfies. So अभी उसका क्या करेंगे? उनसे पूछो जो ले रहे थे. It's a moment. Everybody wants to be a part of that moment, and they want to document it and save it as a memory, and they're excited about it.
No, sure. What I'm getting at is when two families from complete different backgrounds, when they meet, is it very different for you? Like when you go to like a birthday party of someone from your wife's side, like are they all excited because Shahid Kapoor is coming as against?
Not really.
If you work in ICICI Bank, does it go to my Jijaji is coming? Is it different?
As in, by virtue of that, you're saying that an actor being married to anybody who's not
outside,
an actor, does it make them kind of have this starry-eyed?
Is it a very different experience?
No, I mean, that would be true for many of my family members also sometimes. Far off relatives or this and that, because they don't really know you that closely, so they're excited to even be related to you. That kind of stuff does happen. Sure. And I kind of take it in the right spirit, because at the end of the day, they just like you and they're excited. Right. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It might sometimes feel a little intrusive, but you have to learn to acknowledge, that comes with the job to some degree. But Mira's side of the family, in fact, the first thing I noticed about Mira when me and her met, family to comes next. First, me and her met, and she was all of 20 years old. I was 34, and I was a little embarrassed. I was like, okay, she's really young, but it was like that, and I didn't want to. I wanted to meet and not have any preconceived, I just felt like I was happy to meet anybody and connect, right? And when I met her, she was, she was not at all affected by the fact that I was an actor.
She'd seen your films?
I'm sure she must have. I didn't. That was not the first conversation that came up. But yeah, we spoke. She just spoke very normally, and I felt like it was, how it would be to talk to somebody even if you weren't an actor, and that's what really I was craving, because as an actor, you're surrounded by people who see you as the persona or as the star. That's the first thing that comes to their mind, and then everything else is like a far off.
Yeah, maybe third conversation.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. But with her, it was very normal. And that was the first thing that I was like, wow, she's all of 20 years old and she's just so normal and she really doesn't care. Because you can make out the difference when you meet people who are acting like they don't care, but they're very affected.
Yeah.
You know that.
You enter a room and they're pretending they don't know you.
Like,
in the end they're only talking to you.
Exactly where the hell you are, and after that they'll go and tell everybody, but they're in front of you there.
Right.
So you know that, with time you understand. But with her it was just genuine and she was real. And she was more interested in figuring out what she felt about me as a person, and we spoke for 7 hours. And then I met her family, and her family was very classy, very dignified, very normal, and I am fortunate to have in-laws like that. Like, I am very attached to Mira's parents, because also we went and lived in Punjab for 2 years with them for a few months, and then on our own very close to them during COVID. We were not in Bombay for almost 2 years during COVID, and so I spent a lot of time with them. So they are.
Where is this?
This is in a place called Dera, which is in Punjab.
Right.
and that's where they are. And so we stayed with them because it was more open, and it was like, you know, like not like a big city like this where you know, it was very difficult.
You can't step out.
We fortunately got out literally 3 days before the lockdown, and then we just stayed. You know, so her side of the family is very normal, and that's actually something that I very much cherish about them, and I have never felt like they are viewing me as an actor. They were just wanting to ensure that I am comfortable, because maybe actors like things a certain way, so isko comfortable hona chahiye types. But never felt like that.
How did you guys meet? I don't think your profile can be on shadi.com.
Through family.
Yeah, there will be like a fake profile.
Like a via thing of, you know, when my family.
Were you like part of some spiritual group together?
We do share a spiritual faith. Yeah, we do. But we met kind of through family. But we were aware of each other's spiritual faith.
Amazing.
तेरे को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसे देख रहे हैं, ऐसे देख
रहे हैं. I was looking at some.
चक्कर गया भैया मुझे तो.
No, I'm looking at some sort of insight on what it is for a movie star to get into an arranged marriage. Because I don't think.
I ask myself that question sometimes, but I think I was whatever the hell I was thinking, I was
I remember
damn lucky to be thinking like that.
Like a few years back when we met, you were talking about how there was a moment when you picked up a Filmfare Award for Hyder, and you were coming back home.
I was damn lonely,
and you were lonely and said,
lonely.
"Boss, I need a companion." Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Then literally,
I was feeling
like
that for a little while. I was also very unsure of whether I'll be able to find a partner who will understand both sides of my personality. One is the actor, the star, the persona, and one is this, you know, person who has like the spiritual faith and is like no alcohol, vegetarian, blah, 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 whatever.
Boring.
Whatever, yeah, boring. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm okay with you saying that.
Right. Yeah. I'm kidding. Obviously.
No, it's okay. I didn't take it
you have an
personally
interesting
at all.
life.
It's fine.
You have a very interesting life. No, I'll tell you what. I don't think that's another thing that comes with being a successful movie star, which is not true for most professions, maybe sports stars too, is that in your 20s, you suddenly are a hardcore crorepati. Unless it's inheritance.
I wasn't a hardcore crorepati.
You would have been. I mean, you had big
मेरे को
hits.
इतना पैसा नहीं मिल रहा था पिक्चर
20s में तो you were through that decade.
नहीं
you would have been pretty rich.
थोड़ा बहुत पैसा 30s में ही आया.
Really?
मैं गाड़ी वाड़ी खरीद लेता था. Then I used to be broke
Sports
again.
So basically, you weren't living the life now because you're spending.
No, but then I used to feel like, why did I do this? Now I'm broke again. Where do I drive this car? What the hell? Why am I?
When the potholes on
You're like little stupid in your 20s. You make stupid choices and then, you know, you blame other things. But yeah, I mean, now when I look back, I was like, you know, you should have just made better choices. You would have been more comfortable. Yeah.
But was that not a high though? Was being a super Bollywood star not a high?
Buying a sports car is a stupid high.
Like dating the best looking women in town?
To drive it. No, yeah, I mean, see, at the end of the day, yeah, you are dating good-looking women, but you are also considered desirable and good-looking, right? So it's not like you're getting something which is 3 levels above your league or something. I mean, there were enough women interested in me as well, right?
Yay.
So you feel like you're a part of that club. It's not
That's the 20s I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that swag, yeah.
Yeah. Bro, we should do this more often. I'm really enjoying this. This is never going to finish, guys. Somebody's going to call it at some point.
I don't think anybody's
because we've grown up. I think we've grown up and like it's so many years. Like, you know, but I know what you mean. Like, yeah, of course, you think like that, and you know, you feed off that. And now I'm speaking, obviously, in retrospect, right? I mean, I was not thinking like that at that time. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made those choices, right? But I was very. I did a lot of work, bro. Like I would be working more than 230, 240 days a year on a film set, apart from promotions and apart from other things. So even the relationships or whatever, sports cars, whatever you want to call it, you know, there was very little time for it. You were like busy working, holding on to your position, right? And I was not very stable. I didn't have a very stable career graph. I had a very up and down career graph. So I was constantly oscillating like that. Yeah. And through my 20s, I was in very long, settled relationships. I was not really jumping every 6 months.
You were serially monogamous, going from one long relationship to another.
Very much. I have always been.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm not being interviewed by you, Shahid. When that happens, I will tell you.
You can pose a question to me. I can pose a question back, yeah. It was just like, you know, like an innocent kind of.
Nobody cares about my life.
Tu apna bata de, mera to aisa hai.
I'm fully aware.
It's just two boys talking on.